Oh boy.
Oh my
Oh
goodness. Are
boy.
we
Oh boy. Oh
out?
boy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, come on.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Another Eden Live, not live edition. I'm very excited because we have a special guest who's going to run me through some of the more challenging aspects of the new Duel with the Past. If you are a member of the Another Eden community, you will definitely know this person. He is my dad and yours, Mr. Wil Mak. Wil, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for the opportunity. And hey, everyone. It's Will.
Come on, don't leave me hanging. It's Will.
Gamer Dad.
Yes.
Another video for you.
The way that we're going to do today's video, we're going to run through a couple of challenges that, for me personally, are kind of beginner, intermediate, and expert. Hopefully at the end we will overcome a challenge that I haven't been able to overcome yet. But first, the first thing we're going to do is run through one of the more simple challenges. We're going to go in the normal side first, and I believe we're going to go through stage 4 first. Is that correct?
Yes, Scott. I think that stage 4 is a great, relatively straightforward, normal level of boss rush. You can complete it with free characters. You can actually have it have a couple of extra slots so you can raise characters with the high amount of XP that you get from completing it. This is a great stage for difficulties of all levels.
The first thing you need to do is make sure that nobody in your party gets knocked out, not even once, and clear it only with light characters if you want to get a chance script. And I know if you're like me, if you play this game, you want to get a chance script. So let's go through stage 4, and what kind of party are you thinking that we should run through this with?
Well, being that we're fighting a bunch of Cyruses, and for those who are not familiar with boss rush, or whatever you want to call it, there are 3 waves, and it kind of resets after each wave. So we have to beat, in this case, 1 large Cyrus, and then a couple of Cyruses, and eventually a bunch of Cyruses. And they are all weak to Earth, and they use water attacks. So we can use a Earth team, and thankfully we have a lot of free units that are also Earth-based. So let's start with our good friend Violet from the P5 Symphony, Part 2.
Okay.
And then we can also go with Yuri, which is from the Tails collab, of course.
Yuri. Okay.
Let's use Aldo then.
Aldo.
I'm sure everyone has Aldo from the beginning. And finally, we will use Mana. Hey, Scott, can you check the speed on your Mana and see if she's faster than the other units on your team?
Absolutely. So let's go through here, and can you explain to me why that would be important? We've got her at 240. Yuri here would be a little bit faster at 241, definitely within the kind of random number generator range.
And so the reason why we want to use Mana and a faster unit is that we're going to make use of the Valor Chant, or the VC system. We have Crest on this team, and we're going to try to VC in and activate a zone. And I know we're going to rearrange the character. So on our back end, we're going to use Crest as our 5th.
Okay.
And just for good measure, we'll put Straw Boy in the 6th slot to gain some XP for you. Or if you have any other characters that you'd like to gain a little bit of XP, just slot them in the back as long as they're of a light characteristic.
I gotta put my boy Cyrus in. I know, putting a Straw Boy, it's his level, right? And he needs some XP.
On his brothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him bear witness to the destruction of his family.
Sounds good. So in terms of your moves, I'm not sure if you use the far right or the far left. I know a lot of people have preferences in which one is considered the AKA AF spam move, or that's one you keep on pressing. So we want to be using I guess her sword dance, which is the Earth move with a high crit rate, as your specialized move. So I know that combo attack is also very, very good, but in this case we need the Earth to help us along.
Yuri doesn't even have a badge here.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, again, it's good to show our viewers not using badges, see what kind of damage we can still put out. And if necessary, I mean, we can use the grasses system and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's put in Guardian Field on the far left as our defensive move. It is a very useful healer, hybrid healer, plus offensive unit for people who relatively new to the game, and even at end game, I find his Guardian Field is very, very useful for Yuri.
Great. Okay. Absolutely.
Other two moves are good.
Yep. Okay. Just to kind of reiterate, my kind of another force spam button in my case is the button on the right side. So Lone Wolf Storm, I guess, is okay where it is.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
I know I've seen some people on the left, and I find that just a little bit different. I'm also on the far right.
Yeah,
I don't. Good? Yep.
I don't trust anybody who spams the left button for another force. That's you need to reevaluate your life if you're using the left button, guys. Come on.
Hey, I'm left-handed and I use a right button, so keep that in mind, everyone.
Exactly.
Okay, so Aldo looks good.
Okay.
And then finally, Mana. I mean, doesn't really matter. We're using her mainly for Valor Chant and activation. So at this stage, we don't have to change anything. We can customize in the future if needed.
Okay. Let's
go with Crest. Okay, so yeah, that looks all right. I actually think we should move around the Demonic Tiger Blade with Distortion Blade, because for those who don't know, Cyrus is actually resistant to fire attacks, and so it'll be a little bit less effective.
Makes sense. Great.
All right.
And then Cyrus is just along for the ride, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Actually, let's modify things one more time. Sorry, Scott. Let's go back to Aldo and change his spam move to the Dragon God Slash.
Okay.
Forgot that his X Slash is, of course, fire as well.
Right, it is fire. That makes sense. Okay.
So again, for us, everyone else watching, I know there are some veterans as well as those newer to the game. Make sure you just customize your move set to the challenges at hand.
All right, so here's the first wave. What do you recommend I do to kind of set up to set up the fight here? Okay,
so like I mentioned, since we do have Mana as our faster unit, why don't we use her to swap with Crest to activate the Valor Chat and activate Slash Zone. That will enhance the slash attacks, which is all our sword users in our front line.
Great.
Otherwise, we can start using right away some of the signature moves. So we'll use the Sword Dance for Violet. We'll use the Azure Storm, and the reason for that is we can build some stacks and make them faster for Yuri. And of course, we'll use Dragon God Slash for Aldo as a non-type. We'll see how that does.
All right, great. Setting the Slash Zone. And woo, that went by real quick.
Yep, just like that.
All right, wave 2.
Okay, so let's do the same thing. And so the idea is here, we're going to use Violet to end one Cyrus at a time. So 2 turns should be all that we need. Sword Dance again on the same target. Azure Storm is great, Dragon God Slash. And in this case for the VC for Crest, we'll use Distortion Blade to enhance all Katana and Sword users by 40%, so that makes it a lot easier for us.
Awesome. Let's get it going. And
all right.
Violet just...
She is an amazing unit.
Yeah.
Actually, all of these front 4 are, these are some of my favorites. So let's just go again and make it just attack. And yeah.
And all of the units are free, which is even better.
Yep. I will say that having free units that are as powerful as some of the gacha units out there is really refreshing and allows for a lot of team composition. So I really do appreciate that the producers do allow us to have those units.
Okay, and the money that I paid you to say that nice thing about the producers is on its way.
Oh, thank you very much, Scott. All right, so hey, 2 Cyruses become 5, but we're going to just wipe them out in one fell swoop. We did set up all those far right spam moves, and at this stage, let's just spam the far right and see how we do.
Cool. All right, another force. Here we come.
Let's go.
Okay,
oh yeah, look at that damage. Excellent.
Okay.
Your brothers don't stand a chance, Cyrus.
I am sorry, my friend. All right, well, now it's just a little bit overkill.
Hey, we like to do some overkill, see some big
Yeah.
numbers.
We
All right, even
had
the
to
Dark
see-
Blade.
Had to see the Dark Blade from Cress.
And the Fire finish, too.
Nice. All right, cool.
Nice numbers. That went pretty smoothly, wouldn't you say, Scott?
I think so too. And just as a reminder, the clear state for this was that party members didn't get knocked out even once, which we did handily, and we cleared it only with light characters. So I had already done that before, but had this been my first time, we would have cleared those in just one go. So very cool. Thank you very much.
No worries. And just a reminder that if you have difficulties with any of these stages, you can actually redo them as many times within the 6-hour period that you unlocked it with the bold pulse. And remember that you can actually do it such that you complete one criteria at a time. So you can get one reward at a time. Don't worry about getting all of them if you find it too difficult.
All right, and now we're going to go into stage 7. And as you can see on stage 7, I have not cleared all of the criteria to get all of the trophies. I could get myself an enemy encounter badge if I clear within 10 turns, which I was unable to do on my first run through of this. Will, I hope you can help me clear this in 10 turns.
Look, I hope so too. I will say that I think your roster is actually quite good, and we can play around with it and see if we have what it takes to make it.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and start building that roster. Where do we begin?
Okay, sounds good. So I know that Stage 7 incorporates a lot of the boss or the final waves of previous stages, and so they are pretty challenging content. Let's go with an all-magic team. I know you have access to Magic Zone, which of course is featured with AS Rosetta, both in global and in Japan. So we can leave her in the back, and the reason for that is we're going to use the same technique, VC her in and activate Magic Zone, during the fight.
All right.
In terms of our front four, you have a lot of magic users, of course, Scott, so we can go select right through them. And I understand you do have the manifest weapons for the vast majority of these, correct?
For most of these, yes, I do. I believe. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So let's go with our favorite fire user, Garyu.
All right.
Another free character, mind you. And we will use AS Mighty, might as well. Let's try using Myris first, and if we need some extra firepower, we can also swap out. And finally, we will put our healer, Mariel, in the fourth. I actually find I always put the healer kind of in the third and fourth slots. Traditionally with JRPGs, they're in the back line, take less damage. I know it doesn't. Yeah. And finally, in the on the sixth slot, we don't need Cyrus in there. We can just put, you know what? Let's put Clark in there. Why not?
All right, interesting choice there. Let's see how they're all equipped. Okay. That's going to be more important in this time around. I think they all have at least some kind of equipment on. Okay, and then as far as their skills are concerned, here's what Gadayu looks like.
Yep, mine is the same setup. That's perfect.
Okay. And then here's Mighty.
Yep. Looks good. Excellent.
Right down the line.
Yep, perfect. We're twinsies, so everything's set up the same way.
Everything's set
perfect.
up the same,
Nope,
huh?
That's exactly. Yep, that's mine too. Yep.
Okay.
No cards. Okay, let's put the Soul Aerolith in the far right.
Okay.
Otherwise, it seems all right.
Hypothetically, if we had cut out that first try of Stage 7, you missed us doing a trial run. Now we're going to try again to hit that 10-turn criteria for finishing Stage 7. I assume we're going to attempt this with the same party, the same setup?
Yeah, I think it's actually pretty good, Scott, honestly.
Okay.
And of course, being that we do have a little bit less grass, the numbers that we see aren't nearly as large. But we also understand that that's kind of, we have players of all different, levels. So I think this is a very good test, to be honest.
Players of all different levels, like me.
So
we're going to switch out, like we did previously. I'm guessing we're switching out Mighty.
Yes.
Um,
And then we're going to try something different. Since we saw that the large laser did not kill us, we're going to end this portion of the fight extremely quickly. So yeah, we'll use Mighty AS to switch in for AS Rosetta. We will still target Beast King. We'll use Beastly Impact to reduce power and physical resistance, not that it matters. And then we will use Aurora Force anyways.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. We'll use Holy Burst. That's fine.
Oh, well.
No, I have actually contemplated using Holy Burst for the extra bar boost,
the damage,
but it doesn't matter at this stage. So let's go far right move. First rotation, we'll cast the middle move for AS Rosetta, of course. And first rotation, hopefully we can cast the middle move for Marrow just like before. So we can get the heal in, and let's just go for it, end them both in one round.
So Pure Cradle and Prayer Judgment on the first round, and then everything else attacks. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
And this time we'll take them both down, so just keep on spamming the buttons. I think we'll be able to do enough damage, although I'm not 100% sure here. Oh yeah, look at Magic Zone go.
Yeah, I like how those numbers. I got out to a better start this time too.
No, I was being more conservative, Scott, because I just didn't know the numbers you were putting out. So that's why.
There we go.
That was only 2 turns, so we have 8 turns left, Scott.
Nice.
Okay, so we have Pure Cradle in play, as you can clearly see. We are going to cast Aurora Force because I don't believe AS Rosetta has protection because she came in afterwards. And so we'll Aurora Force for defense. We'll use the far right move for everyone since I believe Prayer of Judgment is still active. And let's see where we go. We'll target the Synth Drone because it's weak to fire anyways, and see if we can end it within 1 or 2 turns.
Okay, great. So targeting the Synth Drone, far right moves, and Aurora Force.
All right. Okay, not bad.
Ooh, boy.
Ooh, that's rough.
That gets real close, but Aurora Force comes in clutch.
The extreme version is not, it won't be so easy. But anyways, moving on. Let's, we have the heal already. So what we'll do is we're going to just use far right moves. We don't have to worry about the heal at this stage, I think. And just go for it. And it should end the Synth Drone at this point. I don't feel that Helena is a threat.
Gotcha. Should I be targeting the Synth Drone?
Yes, please.
All right.
That is our more dangerous unit at that time.
Oh, so close to ending it there. Oh, man. I've got to use another turn.
Fine. Okay, so you know what? I think that Meryl should be our fastest. So set her up for Aurora Force anyways, being that won't really matter. And then let's go with Prayer of Judgment on Rosetta. I don't know if they'll activate first based on speed. And yeah, see what happens RNG-wise. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Aurora Force. Hey, Prayer of Judgment. Got that
excellent.
Off. Nice.
Less piano playing. And that is 3 turns in. So I believe we have 5 turns left. Am I correct, Scott?
Was that 3 turns? I believe that was 4 turns, wasn't it?
Oh, four for that one?
3 turns. I mean, yes, I think that was 3 turns on that.
And then we had 2 turns on the first. So we're on turn 6 now, I believe. So
yeah.
So our strategy here is to boost all our kill both enemies in one go. In this case, the only thing we have to do differently is we're going to cast on the first rotation the far left move of AS Rosetta. Let's boost the fire type damage for everyone. So we'll cast that one during the first move, but we're activating another force here, and we're going to spam the far right button otherwise.
Okay. So far, AS Rosetta has been, in my party, the second one to go. So I'm going to hope that that's the case. Gadiu has been the fastest. We're gonna see how that all plays out. But once again, just kind of to recap, everybody's doing far right except for AS Rosetta, who's gonna start her turn with Scale of Themis, and then go to far right.
Yeah, and then we'll see where we're at.
Okay, great. Oh, that was the wrong one. I did Prayer Judgment again.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh no!
You're still going to win, and you might have time left over, so you'll be able to do it right here, I think. Oh.
Well.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, wow.
Okay. one turn, and we got 3 turns left, I think. So this should be close. And I think our strategy for this round is we're going to target the enemy that has the HP stopper. And I think that will make things a lot easier for us to end the battle quickly. Each attack against the enemy in zone for us will power our AF bar by 7.5%, I believe. So we need 2 rounds of attacks to get a half bar, and in which case we should end it within 3 turns. So I believe we have Aurora Force still active. I see those icons there. And so what we're going to do is far right attacks, target Ogre Rancorum, and we should see how we can get it done within 10 turns.
Great. All right, here we go.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, look at that damage go. And there's your half bar, half HP stopper. We still have Pure Cradle. You can see the regen there, which is nice. And let's just go, let's see what we're doing here. I think we actually have 7 hits should be enough, actually. Let's just see. Okay, everything's still not faded. Yeah, let's just far right it and go for it, targeting Ogre Rancorum again. And then the very next turn, we'll just AF bar finish on the Beast King.
There we go.
Here we go. Good luck, Scott.
Right,
excellent job. Excellent job.
There he goes. And this must be turn 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
And we're just going to far right him out of existence.
Oh, why not? Yes, let's blow him out of the water. Or in the air or whatever. Oh, excellent. Yeah, sure. I love those big numbers.
Just the overkill. Let's just keep it piling up.
Yep. Just an indulgence to see those large numbers, Scott. Excellent.
There's something very, very satisfying about it, for sure.
Yes, it is. Boom.
All right. Very cool. All right, it looks like we have done it. And let's get that juicy little trophy.
I hope my math is correct here.
Yes.
Excellent. Yes, congratulations.
Got
Scott.
ourselves
Perfect
an
job.
enemy encounter. Thank you so much. Now, if we thought that was tricky, now we're moving on to an area that I haven't even completed yet, not even one time. This may actually come as a surprise to you, because I think in our previous communications I told you that stage 2. Last night I did clear stage 2.
Right.
I do have stage 3 now, so I'm not only are we unsure because I haven't cleared it before, but I'm springing an extra surprise on you here.
No problem, Scott. That is absolutely no big deal. Okay, let's take a look at the teams we have here. So, can you just bring up the menu again? It's been a couple of days since I've done stage 3, and honestly, I tried to block it from my mind. It was very traumatic. Oh my goodness, it was very, very difficult to complete. So, let's bring up the criteria for stage 3. I can't remember because it gives you a hint, of course, in the scenario details. So let's just take a look here. Water, wind, and pierce.
So I am able to set both water and wind zones. I do have parties for that.
And I think water zone, being that the background here is Otherlands Ratley, or Ratley in general, a water zone and a pure water type team will be more than sufficient, I believe, for this fight. Again, if your goal is just to clear it, I think that'll be fine. I believe you have AS Yuna, right, which will allow for a lot of survivability with the end of turn heal. You still do have the AS Mighty. And we'll have to take a look at what other units you have for water.
Okay, so we got AS Mighty in the party already. I'm going to bring AS Yuna in properly, at least for Clark.
Oh, we have Dewey. Excellent. Dewey is a great unit to bring. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in terms of our front 4, that's going to be interesting. So we can actually use Dewey in the front 4 instead of AS Mighty. We can leave him in the back. Now, just remind me, Scott, what is his VC, or is Mighty's VC?
I believe it's a -20 to intelligence. Let me double check that. -25. -25 to intelligence.
That is great news. I'm not sure if we need that right now, because I think all these enemies are physical based, so they don't use a lot of magical attacks. However, we have everything in place. And let's look at Leclerc as well as Dewey's. Actually, let's look at all the front 4 movesets, because we haven't used them until now.
Sure, yeah. So here are Shaney's skills.
Excellent. Yeah, looks great.
Okay. Followed by Dewey's.
Yes, I think the Mist Blast is the spam move, right? So just scroll down there. Again, it's been a couple. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, again, copied of it's the same as mine. Right?
Oh yeah.
Twinsies again. Yeah, excellent. And we already looked at the other units here. Yeah, we saw that one. We saw that one. And let's take a look at A's unit. Again, one of those units I just don't have upgraded yet, Scott. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And yeah, that looks good. Let's see. Purification is the water resist. Okay, that's good. What Malign, is that the physical one? Because we want the physical.
I believe no, it's intelligence.
No, we want
vigorous charm.
We want the vigorous charm. Yeah.
Okay. So power of all enemies.
Actually, you know what? Whatever. Well, why don't we use my line expulsion? You know why? Because the type resist 25 down will actually enhance our damage, and we might find that to be more useful, even though we don't need the int down. So we're trying to focus on a balanced team with some defense and some offense here.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll have to forgive me if I'm not a master of those few units.
No worries, no worries. I think that makes this more interesting.
It does, and yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Okay, good luck, Scott, or good luck to both of us, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So,
shutdown program preparing.
Okay, this one is actually weak to blunt and wind, but we don't have any wind, of course. So the whole idea here is we're going to have to wear this one down, being that we actually need a full, we need at least a half bar another force for wave 2. You will get wiped if you don't activate a AF on the start of wave 2. You won't have a chance to respawn. So what we're going to do here is we're going to establish water zone, and we'll just beat up little earth golem here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use aiming flood to power down the enemy, of course. We're going to use Dewey's far right attack to deal some damage, and because he's weak to fist. And we'll use epic tail from Shaney, which is the middle move, to apply some resist debuff for the enemy.
Okay, and I guess Mariel is swapping out to
we'll swap out for some extra power and AF bar here.
Gotcha. All right, here we go.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not really sure how much damage you can do on this team. And this enemy actually puts up a really good fight against physical attacks. They actually put up a physical shield here. Now, our whole point here is to make the fight a little bit shorter. If you don't mind, we're going to do another force bar right here, but we're going to try to leave the enemy with about a quarter life or so. That way we have additional turns to, deal the damage and build up another bar.
Makes sense.
And in this case, we're going to play the piano again. We're going to try to stack as many stacks of Epic Tail, which is going to be, a total of 3 stacks.
Okay.
We're going to try to cast the far left move, which is Steam Assist, on Dewey for the 1 turn.
Okay.
We also have to do, so I guess the easiest way, Scott, is let's go middle move for the first rotation for our characters, and then middle move for everybody.
Yep.
And then far right move all the way and see how we do.
Okay. Do I still want to do Dewey's Steam enhance though? Because
let's make it easier and not bother.
Okay.
Because we can actually do it later on. So yeah, let's just make it easier. All middle moves the first rotation, and then far right and see where we're at.
Gotcha.
Because like I said, I'm not really sure how much damage you're going to put out, because I know you're, we have limited Grasta here, and we're actually doing a ton of damage, much more than I anticipated. Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it has quite a bit of physical resistance, unfortunately. So let's just stop a little bit more. Yeah, might as well hit a little bit more. Yep,
that's about good. As much as I could do. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, perfect. Anyway, so yeah, no, that worked out really well.
Great.
Okay, so because the enemy is physical attack, Scott, having that power down from the aiming flood is great. And at this point, we're just going to focus on dealing enough damage to build another bar and just wear it down, because we're not worried about the number of turns we're using. So let's do Epic Tail to stack the 3rd resistance down, and then we're going to use far far right moves for everybody, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Why don't we use the far left move for AS Yuna? We'll use the debuff there, which is the malign expulsion. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. We'll have a few hits there. I don't think we're going to be... Oh, wow. Okay. More than expected, Scott. I think that debuff really made a difference.
Should we get concerned that our AF bar is not up to where to where we want it to be at this point?
Why don't we play around with it, and why don't we just do... why don't we go far right moves on everybody and see if those 4 hits don't kill the enemy? I think it might actually, Scott, to be honest. It might end the enemy. So, yeah. You want to try and see? Otherwise, we'll have to try again.
No worries. If we need to, we'll see how this goes. I think without... perfect. We got the bar.
This is actually what we need to do in these advanced stages, Scott. This is the tricky part about these kind of stages. A lot of times you have to calculate exactly how many hits you need in order to kill the boss, move to the next phase, and have an AF bar in while defending off some of those tough fights and damage. So that worked out really well. Perfect.
All right. So I'm guessing here, like you said before, we need to take out this big red boy now, or else we're done for.
That's right. The lower right one is still lethal, however, not as lethal as the far left one, being that it can actually establish fire zone and do a large fire AoE, which ends everybody. So we're going to have to try to see if we can do. We'll go with middle. Let's go with middle move for epic tail on the red. So we're focusing all our attacks on the red dot. Okay? So epic tail first, then we're going to do far right for Dewey, which is fine. We will have to do the far left move on AS Claire, at least for the first round. So AS Claire is difficult because we want to have power down just in case we don't kill both at one time. Also, we want to apply the second debuff, which is a Serious Wolves dance in the second rotation. And then finally the Helical Rising. So that is the tricky part. I'm not sure if you can manage that, but that's what we're looking for.
So this is all in one AF.
Within the one AF, yes, if possible. So that's why I'm leaving it. Yeah.
All right, so let me run through this again. Shani is going to go Epic Tail. Is she going to follow that with Oasis Wave after? Just Epic Tail one time, or
just Epic Tail one time? It just makes it easier, and we'll see, because the Oasis Wave can damage the King of Extinction, which is what we want as well.
Are we going to also try to do Dewey's Steam Assist?
No, we need the extra hit, so don't worry about it.
Gotcha. And then for her, we are going to do Aiming Flood, followed by Serious Wolves Dance, followed by Helical Rising, and then just far right for Yuna?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, because we just need those hits since we just barely have an AF bar, and see if that's enough to end it. And I'm not sure, actually, so we'll see.
Oh, boy. Okay, so Shani goes Epic Tail, Oasis Wave. Dewey just Mist Blast. AS Leclerc is going to go all the way through her moveset, and then Yuna is just going to go on the right side.
Sounds very simple, right, Scott? No problem.
Oh, no, yeah, no problem. Very easy. Super simple. Here goes nothing.
We go.
Let me just remind myself.
Use both hands. Both hands.
I always do for things that are not just far right.
Excellent.
Okay, here we go.
I crossed my fingers. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure if we can do enough damage here. Here we go. It's close. No, it looks close. Couple more rounds. Come on, let's do this. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh, it's close. Come on. No.
I was so slow at the start, out the gate. That was rough.
Oh, excellent. I didn't know we could survive that. You know what it is, Scott?
Because
no, not only water zone. The interesting part is, don't forget, water units are actually naturally 30% resistant to fire.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, this entire squad is 30% resistant to fire. That said, it is a little nerve-wracking that they currently have a fire zone set. Should I swap AS Yuna out so that I could get her back in on the turn after?
Yeah, you'll have to do that. And what I would recommend is VCing in Mariel. Mariel's VC increases the type resist for 1 turn, which is basically your mini Aurora for shield, and focus all attacks on the Red Dawn. We are going to actually apply Epic Tail, and then we'll do far right moves on the Red Dawn and hope that's enough. I'm not actually sure if it's going to be honest.
All right, so far right moves other than the switch.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. It's going to be close because they have the zone on. Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Ooh. You know what? I think we have to cast Pure Cradle, unfortunately, here. We don't have a choice. Mm-hmm. And we're going to use far right moves for everyone otherwise. And so, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we can still take him out, though.
Don't forget, the Oasis Wave does self-heal Shani, so we won't be in any danger there.
That's a good point. Yeah, if anybody was going to get injured there, it would have been Shani's a good choice.
Actually, you know what? Let's take a risk here. Let's swap out Mariel and bring back in Yuna, because end of turn heal anyways with Water Zone.
That's true, and Shani's going to be back up, so the other two should get back up to max.
And should survive this turn, provided you end the Red Dawn, which you should be able to at the stage.
Okay, back into
perfect.
Water Zone.
And here we go. The speed actually makes a big difference in swapping out the VC. And yeah, we're back in business, Scott.
Nice. Oh, what a recovery. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do, since Shani is back in business, no issues, we're all at full heal. Let's go with Epic Tail. Mm-hmm. We can use the Mist Blast. We will use Aiming Flood. And we'll use the, let's use water Purification Rites. Yeah.
All right.
We'll increase the crit rate to 100%, which is actually not bad at all. And we're just going to play patient here. I hope you don't mind the extended fight.
That's okay. I don't mind ending this whole thing with a full AF bar if necessary.
Okay, second round. Let's leave Epic Tail on, and we're only changing the moves for AS Leclerc to the Serious Wolves Dance, and we'll leave Water God Dance, which is the far right move, for AS Yuna, and we'll just wear it down here.
Nice. Oh, all right.
And I think we won't be in any danger of dying here with 4 water moves. I think it's our heal is based on that with Yuna. Mm-hmm. We'll continue on with what we're doing here, and we're going to use our far right attack, which is the Helical Rising. So looks like we're going to have a little bit of issues with MP, which case we might have to do something about that. But for now, you know what? Let's just try to end this boss right here.
All right, let's see how it goes. Not quite.
And we will save... Oh, okay, don't worry about that. We'll save our bar for the next round. What we're going to do here is... This is going to be interesting. Okay, yeah, just use Oasis Wave, and everyone else the same, and let's see how we do. Again, if we run out of NP, we can always do a stable rotation, Scott, so...
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay,
right.
Excellent. So, Wave 3 is now here. And this boss has 2 HP stoppers. So that is a little bit tricky to manage, but we do have an AF bar. And again, what we want to do is we're going to do a full AF here. Okay. And we can do the same thing. We're going to try to put multiple stacks of Epic Tail on the enemy. So and then if you have a chance to put the same thing, the 3 moves, different moves with AS Leclerc, that is Aiming Flood, then Serious Wolves Dance, and then, spam the right. That is best for us if we can manage that.
Can I ask you this? Does Aiming Flood need to come before Serious Wolves? Or is it possible?
Whatever you prefer.
Okay. What I'm thinking is perhaps, just so that for speed's sake, because we saw how slow I was at the gate on the last one. But for speed's sake, if we do everybody's middle move first, and I know that would put Dewey on here, but he's also going to lower the MP consumption of all party members with his.
Yeah, that's actually not bad, and we really do need it at this point. But hopefully, we don't have to worry about that. We'll have to see.
So I think my strategy here then is going to be to use the middle button on the first round for everybody. And then good. After the first round, I'll be able to kind of see where Leclerc is in the order, and then do far right for everybody except Leclerc, who I do aiming flood, and then back to spamming all right.
Yeah, and if you can manage to do additional moves of the middle for Shaney, the extra resist down is better. But again, I understand that it can be complex, and at least one stack is very good, but multiple stacks are better if you can manage. So let's see how we do. Again, we're just playing around here at this point, and let's be honest, it's kind of fun to just experiment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. All right, so Shaney went first.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Don't worry, it has an HP stopper anyway, so the whole point here is just to kind of set up as many debuffs on the enemy so that we can end the next couple of phases very, very quickly. That's the whole gist here. Okay. Yeah, we are all set up, I think, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I've done a few epic tales with Shaney. I think I did get the aiming flood with Leclerc.
Yep. Okay. So, do you have the guaranteed crit rate right now? If not, you know what? Just far right move and see where we're at. Not sure how close we're going to get to the second HP stopper, and we'll still have enough MP for the final stage, because we really want to get 2 rounds of attacks here, which is 7 to 8 hits. Have a half bar or more for the final enemy, which is Salamander. Otherwise, we could have a big problem.
Gotcha. All right, we'll do far right for everybody here.
Okay. Again, not really sure how much DPS we're going to do here, so not quite, unfortunately.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Well, we got an enter turn heal. And hence, that power down is really, really useful here.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just continuing all far right moves, or anything changing?
Oh, shoot. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rotate someone to the back, because we're running out of MP. So let's rotate. Mighty. No, sorry. Let's rotate Dewey for Mario here, and we're going to use some MP regeneration here. I'm not really sure. Actually, you know what? Just attack.
All right.
Why don't we use the middle move for Yuna to increase the crit rate to everybody for a guaranteed move? Yeah.
Got it.
Because we really will have enough bar, but we're really trying to end it here. Okay, looks not bad. Oh, excellent. We will have enough too. Yeah, looks really good, Scott. Great. I'm glad we attacked there.
Nice.
Far right all the way.
Sweet. Let's take him out.
I think so. I think this should be enough.
Oh, no!
My gosh!
Oh,
wow!
No! Oh, I can't. We survived. We're alive, at least.
Praise some guy. Look at that.
Praise be to some guy. Oh, man.
Okay. Wow.
So Dewey is looking pretty bad with his magic points here, but as far as I understand it, he is going to be. We're going to be using another force on the first round of the next turn anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. I have a feeling that Orgu Rancorum is going to go out on this, regardless of Dewey's contribution. Should I put on Steam Assist to bring everybody's water attack up?
Surprisingly, Scott, we actually have a slightly different strategy here. Now, the problem here is that the final boss actually establishes zone right off the bat. So we actually have to, this turn, not only end Ogre Rancorum, which we will be able to do.
Okay.
I think Oasis Wave is more than enough.
Yep.
We can actually conserve on Dewey's. Actually, you know what? That's fine. Yeah, you can cast Steam Assist. You can cast Hilco Rising, Oasis Wave, and rotate Yuna for Mariel here.
Okay.
Actually,
that
and
way
I believe Yuna is fastest too. So that's the main thing, because if she's not fastest, we will have an issue.
Yeah, if we destroy him before she gets out, huh? All right, well, let's get out. Yep, she's out.
Yeah, no, that's why the speed really matters in knowing your team. So that worked out really well. We have good timing, and we will be able to end it. Keep in mind that even if they establish fire zone attack, yeah, see right there. See, you can't do anything, Scott. And that luckily I remembered that from our last fight. So here we are going to, we're going to have to defend here, but we're going to do middle move, which is epic tail, obviously. We're going to do middle move for Dewey, which decreases the int of the enemy and speed. And we're going to do the far left move, which is the aiming flood for defense here. And let's rotate back in Mariel for Yuna, and then we'll activate a large another force and end it right here.
Sounds great.
Yep. And I know you won't die here because we're applying all these debuffs, and you are also resistant naturally to fire attacks, which that was a fire attack. And so one last time of playing the piano, unfortunately, Scott. I apologize for that. You know how it is, but we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. Get those fingers ready.
We got nothing left on Dewey, which is fine because we're going to end it. But we're going to do epic tail at least one more stack.
Okay.
So we can go middle, 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 and then far right. That just makes it nice and easy for you, Scott. And then we should end the fight. We should have enough damage here, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's pray to some guy and see if he brings us through to the end.
Okay, some guy, please be with me. Okay, we got all those middle attacks.
Okay.
Moving out to the right.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, water just literally melts that fire. Oh, yeah. Look at that. If you can apply an extra epic tail, that will help. But I'm not sure if you can squeeze that in here.
Just got
because
one.
We just need that extra help just in case. Yeah, we're running close. So, yeah, you can see that. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, the extra stacks make a big difference here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. He's close, though.
You'll be able to end it this turn, I believe. So that's good. Okay.
Well, Dewey is not much help to me now. Shall I bring in Mariel for Dewey?
You might as well bring in Mariel for Dewey. Note that you have no MP anywhere. So you only have Leclerc left. And so why don't we do it this way? We will use the middle move for Leclerc, which is Serious Wolves Dance. That will apply that extra little bit. And we will still cast the far right move for Yuna because we need extra attacks. And do we have power down? Let's see. Actually, no, we do not have power down. Why don't we use aiming flood? Because I'm not sure what's coming here, and I think you might have an issue. So, you know what? Let's rotate both Shani and Dewey for Mariel and Mighty. And being that I believe Dewey is slower, let's go. Yeah, go ahead and see what we're at. Yeah, unfortunately, that just wasn't enough. And so you can see that just that little bit of either grasp the difference or even a little bit faster pressing could have had it done. But hey, we are very close to winning, and I think you have it here, Scott.
I hope so. All right, so I'm gonna assume Serious Wolves Dance for the next move because I think right now. Hold on. Right now, magic is halved, I believe, because of Dewey's skill here. But is that going to fade? It doesn't look like it's going to fade. So I'll be able to hit both Serious Wolf Dance and Heliacal Resin.
Yeah. So let's go Serious Wolf Dance. Let's go with the Purification Rites, I believe. For and we'll go Hypno Blizzard straight out, and let's cast Aurora Force for a little bit more defense. Oh, this was a tough one, Scott.
But we're just over the line.
Excellent.
All
Congratulations.
right.
That was quite the achievement.
What for me? Absolutely.
For anyone.
And I couldn't have done it without you, Wil Mak Gamer Dad. Thank you so much for all of your help today. We're going to be putting a link to Will's YouTube channel in the description below. Please go check him out if you haven't already. If you're here, you probably have checked him out, if we're being completely honest. But please continue to do so. Will, anything else that you wanna say or want to mention or plug perhaps before we sign off?
No, not at all, Scott. It was a pleasure working with you on this challenge. I'm actually really glad that we got to demonstrate a few different techniques. Honestly, even our shares of successes and fails. And my heart was racing as we were doing that final boss. So it's very, very exciting. I'm very pleased with the result, and I had a blast here. And again, thank you for shouting out my channel. And for those who already are subscribers or have watched me, thank you so much for your support. And you continue to watch Scott and myself in the near future as well.
Absolutely. Thank you again so much for being here. If you haven't already, please also subscribe and to this channel and like this video and comment and do all the things that algorithms like. And with that, I'll see you next time.
See you next time.